Hi, my name is James Smith. I'm a zoologist who works for fauNature, and today we're going to go through how to construct a small parrot box from a kit. The kit we have here will come with all the components you require. You just need some additional materials to help pull it together, and it is wrapped in compostable plastic made of potato skin, so you can chop that up and put it in your green waste or your compost bin. As far as the components are concerned that comes within the kit, we have is firstly an instruction card that tells you what sort of kit has been purchased, and a QR code at the bottom that takes you to assembly instructions and later on how to install the box. We have 6 components, wooden components to the box. We have the back, we have a side with a rebate on it, we have the roof, the base, the front of the box, which has the entrance in it, and we also have a door, and the door has a handle on it. As far as the hardware in constructing the box, we have the nails that are going to hold the box together in conjunction with glue. We have a duplex nail, which actually secures the door. We also have 2 screws, and they enable the door to be hinged and opened. And finally, we have a couple of Tech screws and some PV spacers, which allow you to connect the box to the tree. As far as components that are not in the kit, we have, you require 3 drill bits, a 2mm, a 3mm and a 4mm drill bit. Today, I've actually got them in different drill drivers to save time. But you can change them, and that's absolutely fine. I also have an impact driver. If you don't have one, just using a cordless drill, again, is fine. Glue, ideally, you're looking for water-resistant glue, and we will show you that. Too little is no good, but also too much makes it really messy. We have a wet cloth, which helps me clean up any excess glue that we may have, and a hammer. And really, that's all we need to construct this kit. Okay, so the first 3 components we're going to need to put the box together is the back, the rebated side and the base. So firstly, we take the rebated side, the long side up and the angle down. We place the base in just to secure that so it sits firmly, and then we take our glue. When we glue, if you've got imperfections like I have here, add a little bit of extra glue, that will help seal it. But I place the glue on the side and I move along because that helps me moderate how much glue I put on, and it avoids or minimises spillage. From there, I take the back. The keyhole goes towards the roof side, the end side, and the angle needs to match the angle. It's much more important to get the seal of the roof right than it is to get the seal of the base right, because water runs downhill. So once that is in place, the first drill bit we need is the 2mm drill bit. So about 2 centimetres down from the top, we drill our first hole. And we nail that in place. We leave the nail about 1 centimetre off from the base for the simple reason that if we make a mistake and stuff it up, we can then easily take it out and fix the process. Second, we do the middle one. So drilling the hole. And again, we stop about 1 centimetre above the box, and the final one we do about 2 centimetres back from the base. So once that's in place, we check that it's all straight and square, which it is. I use the damp cloth to wipe off a little bit of excess glue, and then we nail the box in place, or the panel in place. We hadn't nailed the glued the base the first time around. So all we do is roll that out of place, put glue in the rebate, put glue along the edge here, and then put it back in place. From there, we turn the base around, or the whole unit around, because what we are going to do, and I'm just getting rid of a little excess glue there, because what we're going to do is apply glue along the base and along the edge and attach the front of the box. So same as we've done before, along, grab the front, which has just been set aside. Very importantly again, the angle needs to match. The hole goes towards the top. So we hold that securely in place and put our first nail hole about 2 centimetres or so down. Followed by the middle one. And then the base. And again with the base, we are looking to have it about 2 centimetres, 2.5 centimetres up from the bottom of the panel. Check it's all right, a little bit of excess glue wiped off, the angles match exactly, which is just what we're after, so we hammer those nails home. Next, and usually I do this turning to face me because it's easier, but so you can see, what we need to do is align the base, and given this is a right angle, I just slip that in and we're pretty close. There you go, just complete the right angle. Set that aside again, and here, probably about 3-4 centimetres in the middle of the panel, and this one we just nail straight home. Then we turn the box over, we grab the door, slip it in place, so we make sure our spacing is right. And again, working out about 3 to 4 centimetres in the middle of the panel. We nail that home. The next thing we have to do is apply the roof. We leave the door ajar, and part of the reason we do that is so we don't get glue on the door. If we get glue on the door and it stays in place, it becomes another fixed side, which we don't want. So the other 3 sides we apply glue to. The roof is rebated, so we have a fixed area that is going to fit around the sides, and the overhang is towards the front. So the overhang is towards the front. We slip that in, square up the box, and the first nail we always put in is here on the door side towards the front. As we did with the base, what we're going to do is align the centre of the panel, and this time it's probably only a centimetre and a half in from the edge. Again, we leave about a centimetre just in case we need to adjust. I then tend to do the far back corner, leaving the door side until last. The next two I tend to do at the same time or one straight after the other. Because the roof is already secure and it's not moving anywhere. The other thing, the nails are holding it in place, but really the glue is stronger than the nails. So this is holding until the glue sets, and then we're got a very strong box. So we close the door, and in this case, it's just a little tight at the top. So I'm going to just open that slightly. Just open or back off that corner slightly. Hammer in the nail, and then the door can open and close really nicely. It is nice and square, a little bit of glue, so we can get rid of that. I tend to get rid of the glue on the outside of the box, not the inside of the box, because it just makes it stronger inside. Now that that's all as we need it, we just hit these nails home. So that completes the construction phase of the box. From here, what we need to do is attach the door. So the door is already in place. We make sure that it is hard up against the base. And now I need to change drill bits. So I go from a 2mm drill to the 3mm drill. And what we want to do is align the drill with the centre of the panel again, and about 2 centimetres up. I then take the impact driver and just ream out that hole a little bit to take the head of the screw. If you don't have an impact driver, you can use the drill. The other thing is, if you do but haven't used one very often, be very careful as you're getting close to the wood, because sometimes the impact driver can just go and it might go in a third or even half of the way through the wood. We turn over the box and do exactly the same thing on the other side, securing the door. It's really important to try and get the distance about the same so we don't have a wonky door. And then finally, I get the 4mm impact driver because I'm going to secure the door with a securing pin. The first thing I do is just put a small hole so I can angle the drill bit in a safer way into the door, and then I open the door because the securing pin, as you can see, is slightly longer than the drill bit. I open the door all the way in a couple of times so it's easy. And put the pin in place, and there you have a finished small parrot box. To check that the door opens appropriately, we take out the pin, open the door, A little bit of glue on the door here, so we just wipe that off so it doesn't stick. And then are able to close up the door. One of the things I would do is leave that door slightly ajar while it's drying. So that way, if there was any glue on the door, it's not going to glue the door shut. But if you've just got a minimal amount, you should be able to open it pretty easily. Now that we've got the completed box, it needs to be treated before it can be installed in a tree. And we will look at installation in a subsequent video. So here at fauNature, we, for convenience and speed, will often use a product called Lanatech. It is a natural oil developed from sheep's wool, and it treats the boxes really well. You can use the same thing, but it needs to be applied once a year. An alternative, if you're doing that at home, is you can actually paint the boxes. Okay, again, that is really easy to do. 2 coats of most exterior grade acrylic paints is ideal. We tend to use greens or greys or browns, muted colours, but we also have kids' schools that have made it gary multicoloured boxes, and typically that's just fine as well. Being pale is really important, and the other critical point when you're painting the boxes is make sure that you don't paint inside the box or the sides of the door, because if you do that, acrylic paint is liquid underneath and it never quite dries. And if you close the box and you've got paint on the door, again, the same as if you glued it, it becomes a fixed side. So before you put the box together, paint the outside, use a sandpaper or a sander to get rid of any excess glue and make sure it's easy to open and close that box. And there you have a completed box that is ready to hang up in the tree. And again, there is information on the website about where to hang these boxes, how to hang them, and we'll be covering those in subsequent videos. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Check out the website. We'll see you next time.